What is up, Rick? How you doing?
Hey, Zach, so happy to be talking to you. I've watched all of your reaction videos. So happy to be here.
Oh my God, it looks like you're in Venice. And full
Yeah,
disclaimer,
Venice
usually
with
we
the
talk to
birds.
yes, usually we talk to the eliminated contestant, but you're still in the show. You didn't get sent home.
No, that's right. I was so worried when they scheduled this interview. I'm like, uh-oh, am I going home? No,
Yeah,
nope,
yeah,
still there. Still
yeah.
there.
But it was Janae who went home. And she's busy. She's doing like Beyond the Villa stuff. She has a new show coming out.
Yeah.
But she said on her way out that she is rooting for you to win. How did that make you feel?
At the moment, it was like, that's so sweet. But I'm like, shh, don't, no, no, don't put a target on my back. So please, I'm sick of people pointing their finger at me on the way out, like Josh did, right? He pointed at me and says, "You're a snake." This is a nice bookend when Janae says, "I hope Rick wins because he's such a cool guy." Or she
Mhm.
called me an uncle, or she liked that I was a family person, had good morals, and deserved the
Mhm.
money.
I mean, it seems like every time someone leaves, someone has something to say about you. How did you feel about what Kim said about you?
Yeah, Kim did not get along with me. Yeah, but I thought for sure going in when I saw her that there was, somebody else a little older that maybe we could work together, but she really wanted nothing to do with me. She was a lone wolf. She had a good rapport with Biggie and Allie and Shane, but for me, nope, she had no love. So I
Hmm.
knew I couldn't work with her.
With Allie and Shane, they're like kind of dating on the show. Was that a threat to you? Did you ever think about trying to break that couple up?
Yeah, but I was worried about other threats before Allie and Shane. Like Mac was a threat. Biggie's a threat. So I wanted those two gone before I worked on the showmance. But the thing is, when you're in a showmance, it's like a public acknowledgement that you're working with somebody and that you're going to be sharing clues. So I knew if I shared anything with Shane, it would go to Allie and vice versa. So it's unfair. It's like they've got two brains working together, where the rest of us are working just our own. So yeah, they got to go.
Yeah, and I feel like you were playing both sides a little bit throughout the game, which has worked to your advantage because you're really getting a lot of info. But do
Yeah.
you feel like you're going to eventually have to pick a side, or do you feel like it becomes every man for themselves now?
Well, it at the end of this episode, it was kind of that way. We kind of had to break up the alliance, kind of, because all three of us were going to the map room, and we didn't want a tie situation, meaning like a tiebreaker. So if I shared with them, "Hey, we're all in Venice," well, then that's not going to work because in a tiebreaker, I think I lose. I think Pete kicks me out and goes forward with Janae, and I think Janae picks Pete because they came in together. So
Mhm.
no tiebreaker. So I'm like, I gotta start deceiving my own alliance, which hurt, and you could see me crying there at the end because it hurt to take out Janae that way. But kind of the irony is, I thought we were in Ljubljana, and I told them I think we're in Croatia on the Italian border. Had they both chosen that, that was closer to Venice than Ljubljana. I would have gone home had they chosen the spot that I pointed them to. Yeah,
Hmm. But you were in
crazy.
Ljubljana, like that is like a fact. You guys were there, like on the way. But didn't you notice that you were driving for much more hours, that you probably left Ljubljana?
So no, we had placed our X before we drove to Venice. Yeah, so
Oh.
it was where are the clues pointing to, not where you are right now. And I don't think we were never in Ljubljana. No, we were
Okay.
never there. The river and
Oh.
the battleship challenge, those were all in Northeast Italy. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I got confused for a
we were
second.
just confused on the clues. Yeah, just confused.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I know you're like a bird watcher, which is so cool, and you're like on Instagram. Did that help you in this competition at all? Did you see any cool birds in Europe?
Yeah, so we saw tons of birds. Not as many as I had hoped, and not as close in front of me as I had hoped. But like in the Swiss Alps, we saw a bunch of um, raptors and falcons and kites and hawks flying over. So I was so distracted in that Bell Challenge day because I was just looking at all the birds. And then in Paris, right, what helped me there was the absence of birds because the choice was either Cannes or Paris. And I'd been to the southern France. And I knew if we were in Cannes, we'd be seeing gulls and terns flying over, and we didn't. We were outside all day with the Labyrinth Challenge and with the Croquet Challenge. We didn't see any of those birds, so I knew we weren't near the ocean. and I
Mm,
heard the collared dove calling, so I knew we were in a big city. So Paris it is.
mm.
But yeah, it's funny in the edits of this show they put birds at all the transitions, and if you have your the closed captions on, it'll say birds squawking, and it's fun for me to watch the show and I'm hearing all the birds that they're putting in, and I'm like, those are North American birds that you're dubbing when we're leaving Venice. It's kind of funny.
Mhm. Now we're down to the final five, so it's getting intense. I'm excited to see what's
Yeah.
gonna happen. Can you give us a tease on these final few episodes?
Um,
Like, what can we expect?
Well,
Like, is
it's
it gonna
now
get
at
more
well, so
brutal?
it's a majority now, right? There's three on the OGs versus Peter and I. So Biggie even says that, hey, we're a majority now. So Pete and I, we know we're at the bottom. We gotta team up to try to pick off the other players. So that's what's coming
You don't think you'll jump
to see
ship
how we.
and just say screw Peter and go with the rest of them?
I'm such at the bottom of that alliance. Like, look, if I join that alliance and it's 4v1 and we pick off Peter, well, guess who's next, right? Then it's me.
Hmm.
So that's not a great strategy either. I'm still going to be trying to play the middle because I'm still working with the OGs to get out Peter now, and
Hmm.
I'm still working with Peter to knock those off. So I'm still trying to play that middle road, which is the hardest place to be in reality TV, to try to skirt right through the middle. But that's the game I chose to play.
Yeah, and maybe Biggie will want to break up the couple as well. But do you think the destinations are gonna get bigger and better too?
See, that's the thing. Like, this is the first season. We don't know what type of city they're gonna pick. Like,
Hmm.
now I know Ljubljana maybe isn't a big enough known city for the American audience, and Venice is more obvious, even though it's I don't know. Um, Going into this game, like we really didn't know it was Europe until we were flying out. I had studied North America, South America, Asia, like really studied the world.
Hmm.
Uh, I just didn't know what to expect.
For sure. Oh my God. So what has been your favorite place you got to visit during the show so far?
Oh, for sure, the top of the Alps. Getting to ride in that helicopter over the Alps, over the glaciers, over all of it. That was like I love that. And then the bell challenge was so beautiful. So beautiful.
Hmm.
Being outside, seeing the birds, seeing the mountains, that was my favorite.
And what have you thought about living on the bus? Is that something that was easy for you or was that hard?
The beds were comfortable. Like I had a great sleep. Um, but inside the bus during the day, it got to be long days for sure, 10, 12 hours. They don't show any of like the amount of driving we did. Every episode, we're driving for
Hmm.
hours for multiple days. So it's like when we went from Munich to Salzburg, it's only an hour and a half drive. No, no, no. We drove like the whole country of Austria in a circle to get back to Salzburg. Like we could have been anywhere. Any of these episodes, we could be 10 hours away because of all the driving we did. I do like driving, but I like being in control. I like being the one that's driving buses.
Mm.
I don't like being in the back talking, but I know that's the game. So I thought I did pretty good at it.
Okay, last question though. Did you know the driver? Did you
Yeah.
get to know the driver?
No, no, they never introduced us. I think it was a father-son team, but no, we kept far away from that part of the world. No, we were
Mm.
we were in the back only. Didn't ever cross those lines.
Mm. All right, well, Rick, I'm sure we'll talk in a couple weeks. Good luck. I'll be watching. And thank you so much for chatting. I'll see you later.
Thanks, Zach.
Bye.